Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Whether we like it or yes, the issue of Biafra agitation has taken a different tone. And while some persons have been looking towards the legal move, others have been hitting the streets to create more awareness. Father Mbaka have decided to go very spiritual in his own case, and he's making strong decrees concerning the issue of Biafra actualization. And not to just leave it there, human rights activists that are even not from the southeast are also making strong decrees insisting that President Muhammadu Buhari needs to do this now. Well, before going to the news proper, to ram all this news into one, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, well, let's start with what Reverend Father Mbaka has got to say. The spiritual director, Adoration Ministry, Enugu, Nigeria, Amen, as short codenamed AMEN, Amen. Reverend Father Mbaka has stated that only the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, will end the sit-at-home order in the southeast. Well, it was also recorded that for weeks now, the sit-at-home order witnessed considerable compliance as residents stayed indoors despite repeated declarations by governors in the region that people should disregard the directive. While the cleric in a now viral video seen by us during a sermon at Adoration Ground said the Kanu must not continue to remain in DSS custody. He said for long now, just nobody has seen him. That's just the legal counsel. And of course, the last time he came out, a lot of people took a lot of pictures. I think it's just family members and close allies that came close to seeing him. Well, he now said, whether we like it or not, as of today, he is the voice that will open and say something that the entire Igbo youth will say amen to it. We should all be busy talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Whether we believe it or not, the sun must rise. It is a matter of time. If you are conversant with the flag of the Biafrans, you will know that one beautiful thing about their flag is the rising sun. So when it says the sun is rising, it's an encrypted message. It's an encrypted message meaning Biafra will rise. It may not have said it categorical, everybody just trying to be very, but the sun will rise. Everybody knows that when the sun rises, if you know the Biafran flag, you will know that what it means is that Biafra may come. That's the spiritual angle now. But of course, Deji Adeyanju have also decided to become very bold in his assertion. Well, the convener of the concerned Nigerian group, Deji Adeyanju, says separatist leaders such as Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho will soon be free. Adeyanju hedged his assertion on the basis of the freedom enjoyed by Sheikh Ahmed Gume, who he largely describes as a bandit sympathizer. The government cleric, or rather the government critic, also said since President Muhammadu Buhari pardons terrorists, there should be no justification for his contempt for separatists. Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho will soon be free. If the minister of banditry, Gume, can be free, why should people demanding for self-determination be locked up, he asked. If Buhari can forgive terrorists weakly, what is his justification for the hatred for agitators? Adeyanju wrote on his known social media handle on Tuesday. Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, is currently facing trial on a 7-count amended charge bordering on treason and terrorism. The federal government had blamed him for the bringing down of Dr. Chike Akunyili, the husband of the former Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, late Professor Dora Akunyili. A presidential committee set up by President Muhammadu Buhari had also accused Kanu of being responsible for the bringing down of a former presidential aide, Ahmed Gulak, and over 184 others in the southeast. On the other hand, Igboho is currently in a detention facility in Benin Republic after he was arrested in Cotonou on July 16, 2021, with his wife while trying to flee to Germany. My God. Now you're seeing that in the forefront, you hear Eji, Mako, Ejiofor, Bruce Fain, and the likes, all seeming to be on the same issue, Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra actualization, while the people are their human rights are being violated. All of them are working on the same front. Then we have the people, what most people call full soldiers. They're hitting the embassies, going the street, disturbing the airwaves of anyone who gets to listen. Free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu now. Biafra should be actualized. There are things going on in the Southeast that the world is not listening to. Every day, even if they're not talking, they're watching, they're listening. At some point, they'll begin to wonder, who are these people? Why are they talking? Now, some persons will say, you can't just be hitting the street and expecting something to happen. You have to go through due process. Well, for some of us who do not know, there are still some persons who are still doing due process, and the result is beginning to come out where the United Nations have already written to the federal government about 3 times. The government officials are yet to respond to it, where they said they should equip them. We should give them respond to them, give them adequate documentation how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was moved from Kenya to Nigeria. They did same to Kenya, saying, for whatever it is you're going to give to us, we're going to make it public in the next 60 days so that we'll see if you follow due process, because there are international laws guarding repatriations, guarding political prisoners and all that, prisoners of conscience and all that. So did you follow the due process? You're not finding that while those who are legal luminaries are going through the legal way, those who know how to hit the streets are hitting the streets. Those who know how to pray are praying. And those who know how to, activists who know how to let the world know without being scared whose air is being God are doing the same. You're not finding that just maybe something is about to change in the radar. Right now, the government is very quiet about some certain things. Okay, don't forget also in the documentation, the UN said they want to know what happened between the time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu left Kenya and the next thing he appeared in Nigeria. What took place? Where was he? Was there a process? Was there a procedure followed that is in line with international standard? And both states, that's the Nigerian and Kenyan government, have been served those notices. You now see that right now things are going, in a way that even most common man does not believe or wouldn't have believed to get to this point of breaking point. What amazed me among this whole thing is the fact that there was a prophecy made from 2017 about what is transpiring now, and is moving in such accuracy that is blowing my mind. For some of us who don't know about the prophecy, who have not seen that video, please check our playlist. You see where the young man prophesied the future of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.